Morning, everyone. Morning. Happy Sunday to all of you. Welcome to the Temple of the Living God. And we welcome those of you who have joined us on social media as well. Thank you for being here with us and sharing this time. As many of you know, we are an interfaith metaphysical community, and we are all inclusive, meaning that everyone is welcome. And we have been so for almost 65 years as we come to celebrate, have our anniversary in September. Yes. We are so very grateful to be here for you so that you can grow in your spiritual evolvement. And we are, again, just blessed to be able to have this space, this sacred space for all of you. So thank you again for being here. And so now let us be blessed with music by Ascension.
Well, all right. So this is a song you might recognize from back in the day, way back in the day. It's called Walk a Mile in My Shoes, not to be confused with Whack-a-Mole in My Shoes. That was a different song altogether. Anyway, let's do this.
I could be you, you could be me, just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get in each other's mind, oh yeah.
If you could see you through my eyes instead of your ego, yeah, I believe you'd be surprised to see that you've been blind, yeah. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. And before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
Now your own world you see around you is just a reflection, yeah. And the law of karma says you're gonna reap everything you sow. Yes, you will.
So unless you've lived a life of total perfection, you better be careful of every stone that you should throw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If we spend the day throwing stones at each other, 'cause I don't think I wear my hair the way you do.
And that's a beautiful thing. Well, I may be common people, but I'm your brother.
Yeah.
And when you strike out and try to hurt me, it's hurting you. Lord have mercy. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. And before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
Now there are people in reservations and out in the ghettos. And brother, there for the grace of God go you and I. Oh yeah.
And if I only had the wings of a little angel, yeah. Don't you know I'd fly to the top of the mountain and then I'd cry. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. And before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes. Clap your hands, everybody. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. And before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
Sing along.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
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 And before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah! Happy Sunday, y'all.
Thank you so much. How wonderful that was. Woo, just feel the spirit. Thank you, Ascension. All righty. Okay. would like to mention, if you haven't turned your cell phones off, here's a wonderful opportunity to take them out and flick that little switch there and turn it on vibrate or just turn it off. And thank you for that. Okay. As we live, move, and have our being in the Christ consciousness, we open our hearts, we open our minds to continued spiritual growth. And we honor the path that each of us walks as spiritually evolving beings. And we welcome all of us home to the heart once again. Yes. So our mission here at the temple is to assist people in their spiritual awakening through education, healing, love, and service. And I invite you all now to stand for the prayer chest. Infinite radiant source of life, we give thanks for this opportunity to focus our thoughts, our energies on all of those names placed in this prayer chest. And we acknowledge that healing is being reached by each one, that the inspiring, healing, loving energies of God, of Source, touch into each person on the level that is needed for their highest and best good. And we acknowledge for each one that the light of God surrounds them, the love of God enfolds them, the power of God protects them, the presence of God watches over them, and wherever they are, God is and all is well. And so it is. Please be seated. Got it. Thank you. As many of you know, here at the temple, we have a variety of healing modalities that we share. And during the Sunday service, we have our divine healing, where we'll have a number of our temple prayer and healing team come forth. The healing team that is here every Sunday for you, they'll be standing here in front of the platform and facing you. And if it calls to you to come forth to receive a healing, then we invite you to do so. And if not, just remain in your chairs, okay? And so I'm going to invite 4 or 5 of our temple healers to come forth, please. So we invite you to close your eyes at this time. And as you close your eyes, just allow yourself to take in a few deep breaths. Gently in. And as the music plays softly, just allow for the energies, the healing energies of this room to touch into you. And allow yourself to be open and receptive to the healing that's taking place now. And if it calls to you to come forth to receive a short healing by one of our healers, we invite you to do so at this time. Just go to the next available healer. Thank you, healers. We'd like to welcome any new guests that we have here today. Very special welcome to you. If you haven't done so already, we invite you to sign the guest book in the lobby at the clear podium. And then there you can pick up a welcome packet as well if you haven't done so already. And there's information in here that lets you know how we can serve you as a ministry. And there's also a bi-monthly bulletin that we have also there at the podium. It gives you an idea of all the different classes and events that we have going on at the temple. And there's also a pull-out calendar, so you could put that on your fridge and then mark it up so that you know when to show up and what time to show up, and just be informed. You know, it's nice to have that calendar just to kind of look at and kind of keep maybe in your purse, your back pocket, whatever, or in the car. And so, or you can always call the temple too to find out what's going on. Thank you again for those of you who are here for the first time. God bless you, and we hope that you enjoy the service and find it in your heart to be with us again. And of course, those of you who are second or third time, a very special welcome again to you, and of course, for everyone here. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Yes. Yeah. We have a wonderful community of spiritually minded people here, and there's just a lot of love here. And so if you find this to be your home, your spiritual home, we welcome you with open arms and open hearts. Amen. Yes. Before the service at 10:35, we have energetic healing in this corner. And if you're here a little bit earlier, after our prayer circle at 10:30, if that speaks to you and you'd like to have a short healing, please take advantage of that before the service, and that goes till about 10:50. And then we also have, after the service, we have chaplains. We have 2 chaplains available to serve you, and the chaplains are here to hold sacred space with you, to pray with you, to listen to you, and everything that is shared in confidence. So we're grateful to have our chaplains. One chaplain will be here, and the other chaplain, I believe, will be at the top there, where there's a little bench back there as well. So again, if you feel as though you'd like to share, maybe you're carrying some weight that you want lifted, share with one of the chaplains and allow yourself to be blessed with that sacred time that you share with the chaplain. Okay? And we have that every Sunday. We have that available. And throughout the service, all of the other chaplains that we do have that are here are holding everyone in sacred space. So it's nice to know that we're held in that wonderful space of just love and peace and sacred energy. I would like to make mention of some of the things that are going on. We've had 2 weeks of collecting for the World Central Kitchen, and I'd like to share with you that we collected $641. So thank you to all of you who participated in that. We'll be sending off a check to the World Central Kitchen soon. And we're so very grateful that we can be part of this cause and that we can make a little bit of a difference, for those people who have been suffering in Texas because of the floods. So thank you again for your ministry in being able to help those in need outside of the temple as well. So thank you. We had a wonderful psychic fair yesterday for those of you who came out. We had a very busy day, and again, thank you to the readers that were here serving, and also all of you that made it out for having readings. And of course, we had a lot of new people come out for that as well, so we're grateful to have that available. And this service, we've been doing this here for over 60 years. So it's nothing new to us. We've been embracing these types of things for many years and making a difference in so many people's lives, thousands and thousands of people's lives over the years. So we're very grateful to continue to serve in this way. As you notice, we have those books that are for sale, our August book sale. It is in full swing. And for those of you who are not aware, they're all marked with little stickers, and each sticker has a particular price, and the prices you can't beat. They go from 50 cents up to $6, so there's some wonderful bargains there. So if you've been looking, buying, thinking about buying, maybe you know some people that would like some of the books, surprise them with a gift or 2 or 3. So we're always grateful to be able to have this available every year. It's a fundraiser for the bookstore, and so we thank you again for your help in all of that. Many of you know and perhaps have heard the news. One of our members, Terry Lake, she made her transition this past week, Wednesday afternoon. And so we hold her in prayer and know that she's where she needs to be now. She's floating around with the angels and going to be doing her work from the other side. And yeah, and so of course we send our love and prayers to her family as well. So yeah. So I had the opportunity to spend some time with her a few days before she passed. And it was a very emotional time, but she sends her love and her gratitude for all of you who are able to visit her in the hospital, at the rehab center, and or at hospice. So thank you from her. So thank you. Yeah. Okay, is Andrew here? No, not here. Okay. Those of you, and in your Sunday program, there's a flyer for Awaken by Design. There's one more module beginning this Thursday. It's a 4-week class that Andrew and Lynn will be offering. If that speaks to you, please sign up in the lobby today, okay, because it's pre-registration is necessary for any of you new people that may want to be attending, okay, in addition to those that already have been attending those classes, but just wanted to make mention of that, okay, and so thank you for that attention. Coming up on Saturday, we have our creative expressions. For all of you who would like to work on your artwork, bring it to the temple. We'll be in the back classroom for that. It's a wonderful time of sharing spiritually, not only with what you're creating, but of course as we share just in our conversations. So that's always a fun time. And as you see again in your program, there's another flyer there for Mandy's class, which is going to be the Kirtan Mantras with Friends. So that's going to be exciting. That's going to be on a Saturday in a few weeks, and so thank you, Manly, for offering that here. So we look forward to that. And one more little announcement. For those of you who perhaps are thinking about becoming members, we're going to be having that in September. September 6th is going to be the orientation, and the 7th will be the induction. And there is actually a sign-up paper in the lobby. A number of you have spoken to me about that, and we're so grateful for those of you joining us in this spiritual family. And so thank you for opening your hearts to us and perhaps coming on board with us as well. So it's a wonderful place to be, to grow spiritually. And so that concludes the announcements. And so today we have with us wonderful speakers, Reverends Frank Drexler and David Panunzio. Thank you for being here, for sharing your light, your love, your truth, your wisdom. We are so very grateful to have you back with us again. And the talk title is Letting Go is the Answer. Amen. And so my inspirational reading just happens to be, let go, let God. And I quote, I release human limitation and follow divine love and wisdom. Sometimes when I don't know which way to turn, the most empowering thing I can do is to let go and let God. I am not giving up and admitting defeat. Rather, I am giving myself over to the truth that I am a divine being, living a human experience. I let go. I feel relief as my ego no longer insists on finding its own way. My energy moves from stubborn willfulness to the sublime peace of willingness. I tap into the limitless understanding of divine mind and discern possibilities that my human understanding did not discover. I let God. Guided by divine understanding within, I think clearly and act with confidence. I trust I will find the path that leads to the greatest good for all. And from John 14:10, the words that I say to you, I do not speak on my own, but the Father who dwells within does his works. And so it is. And now let us be blessed once again by Ascension.
Yeehaw. So some of you guys might recognize this song. It's one that we do every year around the New Year when we enjoy the Burning Bowl ceremony. So as we were rehearsing this song on Wednesday, we realized it needed another verse. We realized the song didn't have any closure to it, so pay attention to our second verse when we get to it, all right? So here we go with I Release.
There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you're discouraged, trying to make it through another day, you've got to let it go, let it go. And this is what you've got to say, yeah, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I am only here for God. Yeah. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I am only here for God.
But now I know I'm not alone. Don't have to do it all by myself, yeah. I'm aware the spark of God is within me, and I'm sure the source is close as my breath. This gives me hope and fills me with courage to find the love in every single day, yeah. No fear of letting go, let it flow. And this is what you got to say, yeah. I release
And I let
go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide.
Yes, I am only here for God.
No more struggle,
No more strife.
with
My faith I see the light.
I am
Free in the Spirit.
yes, I am only here for God. Let's hear ya. I release
And I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I am only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I am only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I am only here for God. Yeah.
Thanks, y'all.
Stay. Thank you for being here. It's a lovely group as usual. One of the reasons that we fail to experience joy in our everyday lives is because we fail to release what no longer serves us. We fail to live in the now. Too many of us focus on past hurts and difficult times rather than focusing on the present moment. The well-known author Marianne Williamson put it this way: we do not heal the past by dwelling there. We heal the past by living fully in the present. And Ernest Holmes says this: to release is to let go of the past and to step into the present moment with a clear mind. We must learn to let go of the past hurts and negative experiences. The truth is, when we hold on to them, it's as if we refuse to put out the garbage. And what happens when we don't put the garbage out? I recall once when we went away for 4 days and didn't put the garbage out. And we came home, no matter, it was 95 degrees out, and opened that front door, it was like, ooh. So, we opened all the windows and turned the air conditioner on and ran it for several hours until it cleared. But finally did. Diane Ensign, in a recent article, reminded me of an old adage: insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same results. When we focus on past hurts and issues over and over again, how can we expect to let go of them and move into a more joyful life and grow into God? Holding on to those negative experiences from the past can especially true in our interactions with our family and our friends. So often in the past, we've had the tendency to do what was expected of us rather than what was in our true nature. We presented that image of ourselves that didn't match our true feelings. After all, being different wasn't a way to make friends or to be popular. So we probably went along with the ideas and the actions that went against our true nature so that we feel like we fit in. And these identities, for better or worse, may have shaped us into the person we are today. If we were experiencing resentment, anger, disappointment, we just might be carrying that into our present day, into our lives. Think for a moment. Has the past brought you burdens, or has it brought you closer to God? And it's not just the things from our childhood. It may be past relationships or hurtful situations of another kind. Ask yourself, do ideas and less than pleasant situations from the past come to haunt me from time to time? If that's the case, then you truly have not released them yet. If they do, we need to work on that. Letting go of the past helps us to live joyful in the now and to become closer to God. Let's be honest, it's not easy, but when we feel good, we are in the flow of life and in harmony with the world, all things are better. But our oneness can feel far away from us at times in our lower periods. And I recommend to stop, pick yourself up, and start all over again. It can take a lot of work to heal past wounds and hurts. Perhaps that is why we tend to revisit them over and over again. But at some point, we need to release them burdens from the past and move into the present and lead a more joy-filled life, a life that God wants us to live. During those difficult times, we must realize that we are spiritual beings and that the joy of God is always with us. This means our experiences of joy need not depend upon the outside or past experiences. This awareness empowers us to enliven us and can help us bring us back to the Father. As we try to let go of past hurts and negativities, we need to be patient with ourselves. So often I find myself getting impatient. What I want is the change, and I, like so many people, want it now. But haven't we all discovered patience is a part of our journey through life? Letting go may take a while. Think about it. All those years that you've been building on the way that you feel and think. Then you decide, I'm going to change. You see, it may take a while to tear down those old ideas and build up new ones as you grow closer to God. Don't think this is an easy process. The truth is, as you work on changing your life, your thinking, and your ways of doing things, you will experience doubt creeping in. Those old ideas and those old ways of thinking of doing things are deeply ingrained, and they like it right where they are. But guess what? They don't like the idea that you're about to evict them. You can throw them out and replace them with new ones. With God as your guide, you will find your new path in life. God's good for you is not bound by the past. It is a creative process, the nature of which it is to make you new and better. Remember, it is well worth the effort to let go of those negative ideas and that darkness and move into the light, a light-filled life that you deserve. As we are told in the Bible, for everything there is a season and a time for every matter under the sun.
Before we continue on, I've got to say what an honor it is to be here. And I was thinking just before the service, 35 years we've been working with Reverend Karmene. And I know you find that hard to believe because we're both in our early 30s. But it has happened that way. And I truly do appreciate the fact that here we are today, 35 years later, still working together in the name of God. As David stated, letting go of the past and living in the here and the now be difficult to follow. The truth is, I often find myself being pulled back into the old storylines of my life, and I'll bet that happens to each and every one of you. When this happens, I find it's helpful to recognize the pattern of my own thinking. And here's something that I say to myself. I've been here before. Do I want to do it again? Ask yourself that. We've all been there before. Do we really want to do it again? I know deep down inside that I can let go of the issues that bother me when I think of the presence of the universal source in my life. That, my friends, is the treasure that lives within us, the light that shines through the darkness, and one of the ways that we can feel closest to God, and that's what we all want to do. When we touch into our Christ center, we will find it is easier to eliminate the negative and accentuate the positive. I should write a song with that. I should know this. I have discovered that one of the ways that we can let go of negativity is by expressing gratitude. Melody Beatty wrote this. She said, "Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and even more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, and confusion into clarity." One of the most useful practices that I have discovered for getting through negative thinking or tough times is that it allows me to practice daily gratitude. When life's events are difficult, listing the things for which we are grateful can help ease our difficulties. It can ease, or it could tease our weary souls. Gratitude helps us to let go because it shifts our thinking away from troubles and redirects them towards something uplifting and helpful. Gratitude helps us by assisting in balancing our challenges with the good of life. Recently, we experienced some challenges in our lives. As you've noticed, David is still using the cane, but in a couple of weeks he hopes not to be. I have to share with you, yes. But I have to share with you the situation. First, it was all my fault because we have never been to the Kentucky Fried Chicken in our life, okay? But we're coming down MLK, and there at 62nd is the Kentucky Fried Chicken. And me, being the bossy kind, said, "What do you say we go there for lunch?" Well, after David broke his leg there, okay, a little slip and fall. And the paramedics came and they were taking him to the hospital. I decided I was going to follow. And I did. We got to St. Anthony's. He went into the emergency area. And I went into the parking garage, and being concerned, I was zipping along. And there was a little high spot in the sidewalk, and I tripped and I fell. And I broke my nose in 2 or 3 places. I was bleeding all over. David was in room number 7 in the emergency room, and I was in number 9. Okay? You say to yourself, is he going to get ahead of me? No, he's not. Okay? But you know something? As I was laying there, I was thinking about gratitude. Because at a time like that, it is darned hard to be grateful, my friends. Okay? And stop and think about that. When we're having these difficult times, it is really tough to say, I'm going to be grateful. I urge you to give gratitude a try, okay? It really helps, because as I was laying there, I was grateful, number one, that when I fell, I was so close to the emergency room. Okay? I was also grateful that I had shorts on, so when I bled, it went onto my legs instead of onto my clothing. There are so many ways to be grateful. One of the methods that I use is to list in my mind 3 things for which I'm grateful. And I do that every morning when I wake up. Okay? It may be number one, I am grateful for the fact that I'm here. One more day to enjoy this life and to be around wonderful people like yourselves. It may be that I'm grateful for the fact that I had a bed to sleep in. Because I'm going to tell you something. The other night we were on our way home and I saw a gentleman who was sleeping on a bench. Okay? It may be grateful for the fact that I had a breakfast to eat and some people don't. So I urge you, now those aren't big things. And when you're having really tough times that you're going through, I think it'll help you if you'll list some of those things that you are truly grateful. By letting go and looking for things to be grateful for, we can appreciate the beauty all around us, even during difficult times. And to always be grateful for not how happy we are, but how happy others are because of us. Okay? By letting go of the past and being grateful for the present moment, by practicing affirmative thinking, we will find life can be more joyful, my friends. In closing this morning, I urge you throughout the seasons of your life and the inevitable ups and downs of living that are about to happen, to remain steady and joyous and thus abundantly blessed. When your path through life feels difficult or scary, you can find peace knowing you are in the presence of the universal source, God, whatever name you give that. And thus you can be able to see and navigate better the road ahead, which may be and probably will be full of ruts, potholes, and scary bends along cliff sides. This morning, let's let go of the negative and affirm through our prayers and practice of meditation a peaceful and a secure life. When we do this, we will be walking along a lighted path on the darkest and most stormy nights. We will know we are safe and secure on our journey back to the Father's house. God bless each and every one of you, my friends, until we meet again.
Thank you. As Reverends Frank and David were in the hospital, I had the wonderful opportunity. I was very grateful to visit the two of you. And so thank you for that opportunity. Yeah. So we are so grateful to be here for our wonderful speakers, our musicians that we have, and for all of you that bless us with the spirit of love that you are. So thank you. So we're going to move into our time of tithes and offerings. And after that, we're going to do our Ace of Diamonds. So I'm going to invite the ushers to come forth at this time, please. And we invite you to take your tithes and gifts in your hands and bless them. And let us pray. Infinite radiant source of life, we give thanks for this wonderful opportunity to give of our hearts. And we know that as we do so, we truly are making a difference. And we acknowledge that divine love moving through each of us blesses and multiplies all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. And so it is.
So it is.
Okay. And in just a few moments, we'll do the Ace of Diamonds, but perhaps you can just play a little bit there and yeah. And we'd like to invite those of you online to also participate. If you're on the website, you'll see where there's a donate button there too, and you can participate in sharing your gifts with us as well. And we thank you in advance for that. Okay, Ace of Diamonds. Yes. For those of you who don't know, this is a fundraiser for the church. And we are grateful to be able to have this. And there's the Ace of Diamonds. We have a small stack of cards here that perhaps one lucky person today who has bought a ticket will have the opportunity to possibly choose that ace. And if you do, the take home is $85. Okay? So... And there's another $85, actually, that goes to the temple, okay? So it's a 50-50, and so, of course, it's so low right now because recently we had somebody win a fair amount. I think it was over to about, what was it, 1,200? Somewhere, it was up there. So we're grateful to offer this. This began with one of our previous members who came up with the idea, Marie Newberger, some years ago, and what a wonderful way to be able to participate and to help the temple as well as we grow forward. So I'm going to ask one of our speakers, closest one, Reverend David. And it'll be the last three numbers of the green ticket. 482. Oh, okay. All righty. So we give $5 initially back. So there you go. And we get the cards. There's the ace. I'm going to tuck that baby. Okay, so yes, the human drum roll is something that we practice here at the temple. Okay. I think they're rooting for you, Nora. I think he was deep in prayer. Whoops. Okay. Oh, okay. Extra added effects. There we go. Well,
that's okay. Next time.
Next time. Yes. Thank you. Okay. So we roll that money into next week, and it continues to build until someone wins again. So, all right. So let us close the service out with Ascension.
What? So I want to say, before we sing this song, I am grateful that a few of my synapses are still firing. Because I totally forgot to tell you guys that there was lyrics to that previous song in your thing here. So feel free to take that home, stick it on your refrigerator. Anytime you're feeling that stress and you need to release, just sing that out loud. But in the meantime, you can flip that over and you can sing along with us now. See what we did here? All right. So this is our song of the month. It's called God You Are. Some of you know it, some of you don't, but we're all going to sing it together. So stand up. Get some blood moving in your legs, and let's dance our way out of here. I heard all the groans.
God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Here we go. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every star shine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you.
And you are the very breath I breathe. And your perfect love created me. Here we go, y'all. Everything I see,
Everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Yeah.
thanks, y'all. Happy Sunday. Until next time.